Hey, how you doing? This is SEIJIHITO here to bring you the news in another live stream number 76, titled "Men Being Persistent is Bad." Right, and it is Wednesday, March 13th, 2024 at 4:09 p.m. So happy afternoon to everybody that's here at the moment in time or who will show up a little bit later. And I also want to make a further reminder to a lot of people who may show up late in the live stream that you can press the live stream button to catch up to where we currently are during any point of the live stream. So the main thing that I want to go over is some comments, right, that I received from the video that you see directly in front of you. Some of you guys, a lot of you guys may know the video that I put directly up. Yo, what is up, Ty? What is up? What is up? And, it was very interesting, some of the comments that I received, right? So we're going to go directly to the comment section in real time, right? And I want to highlight some comments from some women here. One woman said, well, as a young Black woman myself, some of the men, no matter the age or race, can feel threatening to me. But in my opinion, as a woman who is young myself, being approached by a man as old as my grandfather looking to date is uncomfortable, especially if I clearly show the man I have no interest in men their age. I had a 75-year-old male trying to pry into my personal information when I expressed to him I was a private person and don't feel comfortable giving out personal info. And he proceeds to ask if I was married, if I had kids my age, tried to say he was looking for a wedding ring, and then even claimed after I would leave the conversation that he would look up my name, where I worked, and who my relatives are, and etc. When she said she didn't want a workout partner, she's referring to the young woman in the video. When she said she didn't want a workout partner, he should have just said okay and walked away, not proceeded to ask more questions. When she expressed no interest in even wanting a workout partner, it comes off as creepy and uncomfortable to women when men don't leave her alone, proceed to ask more questions after she showed no interest in him. And with all the incels running around and how women do get attacked and even unalived by men, when women simply just show them right off the bat that they have no interest in them. You need to understand from a woman's perspective of why any and everything a man does beyond hearing the word no and not walking away becomes a threatening vibe for women. Now, again, as I've stated before, this is a platform that showed off a video where a woman was in the gym. She decided to, this is a clear-cut other video separate from this, but I'm just giving this as an example because, again, a lot of people don't watch a lot of the content. They tend to pick and choose. So there was a video that I put up not too long ago where a woman was at the gym. I want to say it was, dark 30 outside. So it was pretty much, let's say like 4-5 o'clock, right? She was in the gym working by herself. Nobody was pretty much there. There was a guy who wanted to be let directly into the gym. Everybody in the comment section, including guys, stated that you should have not opened the door, right? It was dark. There's nobody else around. You're pretty much only there by yourself. Do not open the door, right? She proceeded to open the door, and then that same guy acted as though he was going to work out, but then tried to, I guess, have a conversation. And then after whatever conversation, short conversation, he proceeded to try to attack her. She fended off the attacker because she was able to. But the point that I want to state is this. Men do understand certain threats and things that can take place. Men will also tell women certain things, and women will decide not to pay attention to any of that advice that men decide to sit up there and give. And men will actually point out situations when things negatively affect women. This happens quite often. But again, a lot of women opt not to sign up or subscribe to those guys, those platforms. They decide that they don't want to post any of those videos because it goes against the narrative that men actually care, that men are actually trying to, protect women in a certain type of way, such as giving advice or giving self-defense, or, trying to direct them on whatnot and whatever. Right. So I just wanted to clear that air, at this moment in time. And again, I wanted to point out the original video, which is this one with this young lady here, because the way that she wanted to react was as if she was literally being threatened, as if she was literally being attacked. The way that she was, in a sense, hyperventilating, that she was giving off this whole sense of like, I'm crying, but I'm not crying at the same time, and I'm angry, even though nothing realistically even happened to endanger my life. She even stated within the video itself that she had to, in a sense, take down or shorten the video, or however she had to do it, because people, I guess, somehow, some way may have found out who this guy was. And they were, pestering him, bothering him, whatnot, whatever. Or she did it because she did not initially want people to go out and attack that guy, online. But the main thing is, you stated wholeheartedly, like, yo, I'm putting out this video no matter what. I give no apologies. If you decide that you're a guy and this is what you want to do, you're going directly on my TikTok. So you knew what the implications were. You knew what was going to happen, but yet you decided that you wanted to do whatever with the video. And you know what the result was going to be. You were going to be the victim. He was going to be the predator. That's it. Everything is strictly beneficial in, your realm, on directly your side, right? And again, going back to the woman here that stated this comment here, right? You have some guys out there, and you stated this dude is 75. He comes from a different period of time where if you are persistent, women will decide to sit up there and play hard to get, right? And you'll have some women out here who will sit up there and say, like, yeah, we don't want a guy to, be persistent in this, that, and the third. Like, if we basically, don't let you know or whatnot or whatever, that means that we're not interested. But people forget that women send mixed messages, that women decide how they want to play the game, how hard they want to make a guy directly chase, right? So, matter of fact, I just want to go into a little thing such as persistence, right? But before I get there, I want to read a few more comments. We also got Hack directly in the building. Shout out to Ty, Mai, and Jacob in the building at this moment in time. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Another person here. She said, the gym is for working out, not a dating place. You men will never understand it. Why was he asking so many questions when she already told him no several times? He was persistent. At that point, I would have been annoyed also. I have also seen white women complain about men at the gym, but you men never say anything about them when they speak on these topics. Stop it. Oh, and by the way, when a man opens the door for me, no matter where I am, I always say thank you, and I always appreciative. Stop thinking that all women are alike, but at the same time, some women just want to be left alone. Just take it at that and stop getting in your feelings about things that aren't warranted. You're not a woman, so you can't speak on how a woman should feel or not feel. Sheesh. The main point, again, I want to sit up there and reiterate this. The point of me talking about how it is that she's directing this is because the only person that can be negatively impacted by this is that man. This could ruin his brand. This could ruin, a company. This could ruin his name. This could ruin any relations that he has with family or friends, because they're looking at the optics and the perspective from a woman who is stating that, yo, look at me. I am a victim. Look at me. My heart is racing. Look at what this guy specifically did to me. And we don't see any bruises. She didn't say that he called her, out of her name. He tried to throw weights directly at her. He was trying to like really put hands, on her. He was like, none of those things were specifically taking place. But from the perspective of how it is that she was specifically narrating the video, you would realistically think that he tried to catch her off in a dark alley somewhere. And so I'm going to talk about the feelings, and I'm going to talk about the woman, because at the end of the day, it's going to have a negative effect on who? The man. And looking at the optics, that was a black man that was trying to talk to her. So in general, you're going to have other black women out there that be like, yo, this is what I'm talking about with black men, yada, 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 all this other type of stuff. Even again, she herself decided that she wanted to put this little type of disclaimer or whatever it was above the video stating that she had to do whatnot or whatever with the video because she didn't want people directly harassing him, even though she was the one adamantly on her own platform stating that I'm going to put out this video no matter what. I don't care how anybody feels. But we're not going to talk about that. All right. But we're going to sit up there and continue through this comment section in live action. Another person said he was not a gentleman. He was too close. She sent visible physical signals that she wasn't interested. And in my day, a woman volunteer her age. It's rude of him to ask her. A woman would volunteer her age. It's rude of him to ask her. She clearly wasn't interested. Please don't look in our direction if, after 3 different ways, she said no. In these times, black women are being insulted and assaulted and worse. What he needed to do was walk away after she stated that she didn't want his help the first time. She was clearly busy doing her. Why was she supposed to make time for him since she wasn't interested? And what does liking Usher have to do with anything? You're putting a lot of insinuations against her. She wasn't feeling him, and your attitude towards her rejecting him is the reason why she's unnerved. She doesn't have to explain herself to anyone. She was busy. It's her right. Take not the hint, but a firm physical and verbal resounding no, and push it along. It's that simple. So you wanted to go into the fact that I brought in Usher. Let me just look at Usher's age, right? Because we're dealing with older men, right? So Usher is 45, right? And the woman in the video is 25. So clear cut, there is a nice age gap in between there, right? And I also brought up Usher on top of the fact that he's an older man. She also has an interest because she was talking about going to the concert and she seemed pretty geeked directly about that. So what I'm sitting up there stating is that certain rules apply, certain rules don't. The reason why, again, and I think I even stated this directly in the video, the reason why the older guy, the older gentleman, was turned down, no, and all this other type of stuff, the reason she was hyperventilating and making this video was because this guy, the older guy, would be deemed unattractive. She felt that he was unattractive. She saw him, she was like, he's unattractive, right? So she had this whole interaction. She had this whole reaction. But a guy like Usher, again, this is a huge age gap from 24, 25, all the way up to, what was Usher age again? Usher is 45, right? So we'll just point it to a 20-year age difference, right? Huge age gap. If Usher decided to come up to her in the gym and ask her for her name, she would say yes. She would give him the name, the birth certificate, the whenever she was born, social security. She would give over her phone so she could sit up there and get that picture and get that number, right? If Usher was like, hey, you want a workout partner, without any question, undoubtedly, she would have said yes. If Usher especially asked her out of all other women out here on social media, IG, wherever, if he specifically asked her by himself, yo, would you like to sit up there and go out for dinner? She would say yes. She would hurry up. She would leave the gym right now to sit up there and spend hours to go get ready. So again, I'm just simply stating certain rules apply to certain guys. Certain rules don't apply to certain other guys. That was my point in bringing up Usher. I'm not sure, again, whenever I make these examples, I'm not sure how it is that people happen to miss these things directly in the video, but it goes back into what I stated before, that a lot of people like to simply hear what it is that they want to hear, right? So we're going to go through another comment. Let me see if I can actually find it and highlight it. As a matter of fact, let me see. We got to go further down. Also, shout out to everybody else who left comments. Again, I'm just pointing out the people that are, normally problematic, right? But let me go to this brother right here, right? He says, Seji, this is a prime example of if the guy was attractive, she wouldn't have came with the shaming tactics. The guy was being very respectful to this chick, but yet you have these millennial chicks who don't know how to handle men approaching them. I mean, that is true. Like I said before, if it was Usher trying to approach her, she would not have had any type of problem whatsoever, right? So one brother said, then they wonder why a lot of men don't approach women anymore. Same woman from above applied back. She said, maybe no old dude should be trying to approach a young woman who might not be into old ass men. She gave every clue to be left alone, and he just didn't get it. She didn't cuss at him. She said it nicely. The problem is that some of you men don't know how to take the hint. Stop being so damn emotional and move on. Right? And I think there might be one more directly down here. I probably should have marked it. Let me see. Yeah, those might be some of the main ones. But so the comments that we directly went over, I want y'all to remember those as we proceed to go through the videos. Remember, you got women out here that talk about, hey, we're not trying to see this persistent. We're not trying to have you come directly at us. You know, when it comes to you wanting to know our age, our name, we're just not interested. Leave us alone. Let us go to our own devices, right? So let's go to this.
I'll say y'all want men that are persistent. So the men, when you reject them, he like, okay, yeah, she might have rejected me now, but if I just come back and bring a different game to her, she might accept it this time. And then now you accept, not you, but now you accept the date. So now they open the door for him thinking that he got a chance. And y'all keep texting, whatever. So he think eventually I'm gonna get that ass.
That late night when she lonely.
And he might. But I usually say I want somebody who's consistent, not persistent, because there's no. The only reason I would say I wanted someone to be persistent is if I tried to curve him maybe too early, or if we're too minor of an offense and I want him to call me back or something like that. Now it's really more about consistency.
So yeah, like I said, women tend to switch and make the rules directly on this. What is up, Mo? What is up? Mo said, LOL, she asked old school what was his name at the end of the vid. That's not ending a conversation. She edited the vid to push a narrative, not to protect anyone. That's also a good point too. That is a very good point. I just thought that might have been a nice way to sit up there and get his information directly out there, so that people on Twitter can do the things that they normally sit up there and do, which is expose the creepy men, which is all men directly out here when they decide that they want to try to strike up a conversation or talk to a woman. Like I said, hey, I don't know what to I don't know what to tell people. But like I said, we're going to keep going. Let's look at another video.
Persistence. If you are persistent in what you really want, whether it be the woman or a career or a goal that you have, we admire persistence. That means you won't give up easily in life. That means you're a fighter. That means if you get knocked down, you'll get right back up. That's a trait that a lot of women look for in men before they choose a partner, that you're strong and resilient. So persistence is a very good characteristic for men to have when they are dating or interested in a woman. Show her persistence.
So that's another woman right there. She said that yes, women do like persistence. They like a guy who is pretty much sure of what it is that he wants, that he's going to go at it, right? It shows that persistence is going to show consistency, right? Because a man is not going to give up when he gets knocked down. He's not going to give up when he gets turned down from a job, or if a woman is not interested, whatnot, or whatever, right? So again, you have women out here who are stating that persistence is an actual, positive thing. It is a good thing, even though going back to the previous video that I put directly up here, and you look at some of the comments that I was able to capture, one woman above said, we want consistency and persistence from someone that we're interested in. Again, this is what I stated before. She rejected the old man because she didn't deem him worthy or attractive, aka just like Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, right? Another woman said, we want the man we like or love to be persistent and consistent, not the man we are ignoring. So again, you have women specifically stating that, hey, yes, we are interested in men, but we only want the ideal or very specific men. 9 times out of 10, a lot of women are focused on men that are not even interested or even focused on them. Those are the guys that they want consistency and persistence from. which is it makes no sense at all. You want it from guys who are ignoring you and you're not even on their radar. But the guys who are actually interested and want to get to know you, they want to have a relationship and they want to formulate a bond. You don't care about that inconsistent. You don't care about that consistency and that persistence. Gotcha. Another one said, nope, persistence can easily turn into harassment and that can turn into assault. No means no. Take that L and move on. See how whenever you are having a conversation about, men actually, trying to talk to a woman, women in their minds turn this into some type of thing where it's like, oh, all men are violent. Let me just sit up there and bring this up very easily. If you're persistent, you're also violent. You got violent tendencies. You're also criminal minded. You're also going to try to unalive me. How do we get here? Like how does the goalpost get moved so frequently? How? Like it really doesn't make any type of sense at all. Vincent, what is up? Said the cornucopia of BS that lady just said. You also said mediocre women want good looking men, but good looking men don't want them. You said it, not me. You said it, not me. Again, it is what it is. That people tend to focus on things a little bit differently. Hey, but we're going to go to another one. Let's hit this one.
This is for all my ladies who love pursuing men because they like to be bold, take initiative, and be in control of the situation. Stop it. Stop doing that. You need to wait for the man whose heart is ignited to pursue you and only you, who wants to connect with you, understand you, get to know you, be with you. Look, coming from personal experience, I do this from a scarcity mindset. I go after men all the time because I think there's no one out there who is going to pursue me the way that I want to be pursued, so I'm going to go pursue them. That's a faulty mindset. That's a lie and that's a myth. There are people out there who are going to want to pursue you. And it doesn't take away from who you are, your capabilities, who you are as a woman, that you can't go and pursue men and do these things. Yes, you could, and all that's great, but let someone come and chase you. It's not to say that you can't let a guy know that you're interested. Just don't do all the work. I know it's fun. I know it's thrilling. And I know it gets the job done. But you will wind up with disappointment after disappointment. And you wonder why. Because those men's hearts aren't ignited for you. So wait, be patient. I have to tell myself this now, okay? Because I'm constantly trying to run after men. But they don't want me. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. And while I'm waiting, I'm gonna become the woman of God that God's called me to be. I'm gonna do the things that He's showed me to do. And I'm gonna be patient, as difficult as it is. And you can too. You got this. Let's go. Stop pursuing.
So we got a few different things in there. We got a woman that actually pursues men. That's, I give all credit directly to her because I know for a lot of women that is very tough, because I've watched videos of women actually going up to guys and trying to strike up a conversation. And it is it's bad, or as some people like to say, it's quite cringe, right? A lot of women don't have game. I'm just going to be honest. A lot of people like to say that men have no type of game. They don't got no type of swag. They don't know how to really talk. A lot of women don't know how to actually talk to a guy. I've learned that. I'm watching so many videos. A lot of women literally do not know how to talk to a guy. If a woman literally had to make the first move, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a crash and burn. It's going to be weird. It's going to be awkward. There's going to be some silence directly there. And usually she walks away. Usually. Again, so, credit to her. If that's the type of person that she is. But again, even with her being a woman that wants to go after a guy or sees what it is that she likes, she's like, yo, what needs to happen is that we need to, back up and let these dudes be persistent, pursue us, go after us, be consistent directly in that, show us that they want us, that they're only, choosing and going after, us, because that's what should be happening. And then while that's happening, I'm going to work on and I'm going to build myself into what it is that I'm supposed to be, as a woman. Like I said before, she's putting some stuff directly out there. And when you have women out here who can realize certain things and start to make certain types of changes in order to get the men that they desire, that says a lot about that woman. So again, hey, All power to the women that can, do stuff like that, and also give that same handbook to other women as well, right? Because like I said, in order to get the things that you want out of life, you have to make certain changes on the inside, right? That will show outwardly, so that that energy that's coming from the inside coming outward is going to attract the things that you are specifically asking for. She got it. She got the key to that. So again, kudos to her and other women that are just like her, right? J Love, what is up? Said my favorite line: "Don't go away mad, just go away." Jacob said, "I like her frame of mind and the fact that she said she's becoming virtuous, right? Concerning the Most High." That's bars. That is straight bars. Yo, Pink, what is up? What is up? What is up? So let's go to another one, because I want to add a little bit of something else in here, because I don't want people to think that it's only about one certain type. So let's go to this real quick.
A guy who is persistent and loves me for a long time
Really?
before I will come around, and that gets me into trouble too, because guys know that, like.
So that's how short the clip actually was. But that woman was basically stating she loves a guy who is actually persistent. It shows that the guy is actually interested or actually cares or loves that woman. So again, you got women here stating that persistence is key. Persistence is a good thing. Now, again, I'm going to re-add what I stated earlier and what somebody else stated earlier. The fact of the matter is, it's great to be persistent and consistent if you are deemed to be an attractive man to the women out there. If you are persistent and you are consistent and you are deemed unattractive by women, you're signing yourself up to be thrown directly in jail, lawsuits, a restraining order. The people going to be making a mockery of you, trying to call you a pred and a villain directly on social media. So again, we got double standards directly out here. This is, again, how the world basically works. I'm not making the rules. Women are clear-cut making the rules. So again, this is why I'm, putting the videos directly out there. Let's go to another one.
Key. But you know what is not key? Persistent. Persistence is not key. If somebody does not like you like that, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because me as a woman, if I would like to take it to the next level, like I have a guy friend, I have no problem doing that. And it might not be all women, but I think most women feel that way. So if I put you in the friend zone, just stay there. If I want to take you out, I'll take you out and put you in my back pocket. But 9 times out of 10, if it didn't happen, it's not gonna happen. It's not.
So special. This one, again, I'm not an unfair person, right? I'm going to throw people a bone just to sit up there and be fair. So what these women stated clearly is reflective of what the other women in the comment section underneath my video on the channel have stated as well, right? That persistency and that consistency is like, no, we don't actually like it, all this other type of stuff. She also said it without actually saying it. She was like, yo, if I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't. It is what it is. And, I'll take you out. I'll do this. I'll do that. Again, women will literally bend over backwards for a guy that they are genuinely into, that they deem and actually find attractive. Like, you don't have to ask them nothing. If a woman actually finds you as a guy attractive, you don't have to ask her to do nothing. She'll be cooking, she'll be cleaning, she'll be doing this and that and that third. But if you are, let's say, like a nice guy, you got moderate looks to no looks at all, you're not going to get nowhere. You're going to be in a friend zone, as she basically stated. So she was like, hey, well, if you're in a friend zone, just let it be that. It is what it is, right? But again, as a guy, you don't even have to be in the friend zone as well, because you could just sit up there and go somewhere else and look for somebody that would actually, want to be in a relationship, right? That somebody that would actually be attracted to you for whatever reason. It could be looks, could be personality, or what have you, right? It makes no sense to be in a friend zone with a woman like this. Like, that's not going to get you nowhere. Like, she's just going to like, oh, well, I need some extra money. I need something to be fixed. Then she's going to sit up there and dial you up. Now she likes you, right? Because she specifically needs something from you. But when it deals with the relationship, when it deals with love, or if it deals with physical needs being met, nah. Or even if it deals with pictures being taken, going on IG and all of this stuff being seen in public, yeah, you ain't that one. So this is why I sit up there and state to a lot of guys, it doesn't make sense to waste time in places realistically where that women don't, in a sense, like you. They don't actually care for you. This is being stated directly, online. And it's a little bit baffling to me that when you do have guys that decide to do whatnot or whatever, just mind their own business, because women have genuinely told them, like, hey, you are unattractive, you are ugly, you're broke, you're this, you're that. And then they end up finding somebody and they're actually genuinely happy. It's crazy how videos get made directly about those guys who never said anything about those women. But in general, women are out here calling guys ugly and unattractive and broke consistently. So, I don't know. I don't know. Ali, what is up? What is up? What is up? My said, here's how it should go. Don't go out hunting anyone. People force themselves onto other people's spaces with what with what they want from them. That's I know the word. I want to say leches on both parties. Just let the interaction be. I got you. Yo, Hack, what is up? What is up? What is up? My also said, just let the interaction be natural. Don't look for something you aren't capable of doing for yourself. Be self-reliant. Right. Vince said, you have to be that dude. Yeah, that's facts. Like, like I said, it just is what it is, right? If you are a guy and you are in the friend zone, you're in the friend zone because you allow yourself to be there. Just to be real. This is coming from a guy who had a lot of female friends, and I was in that friend zone because each one of them I found them attractive. Tried to sit up there and get, I got the, the name and the number and all the other type of good stuff, but couldn't really make it past that. And for the life of me, I'm like, yo, I have, characteristics. I got this, I got that. Why isn't that basically working? And like I said, realistically, at the end of the day, can't sit up there and in a sense blame the woman. I'm going to say that was a me issue. That was a skill issue, right? So in order to basically, fix that issue, you basically move on to a different game, right? So like I said, I'm using the analogies of video games, right? So one video game, you just obviously were not skilled enough to, basically happen to play. So no problem. So you're going to sit up there and keep trying different video games to see which video game you're actually good at and what you can actually win at. So again, for a lot of guys who are stuck directly in the friend zone, just start moving around. Stop being stagnant, staying in one place, and thinking that is basically it. It's like, you are simply selling yourself short. There are a lot of women out here that do want to get married. A lot of women out here who do want a relationship. Like I said, some women out here, they just want, they want a roster. They want to do the same things that guys naturally do. So this is what you're hearing from a lot of women on these podcasts, where it's only women talking. They're openly stating what it is that women out here are doing. So, it is what it is. Let me see what we got. Mai said, everyone needs to have their own stuff. If you need help, call your close friends where the boundaries are already set, right? Vince said, I was in the friend zone once and never again. Yeah. But I have a very special video that I just recently put together before I went live. And let me see if I can actually put this together. So this is another content creator, and like I said before, the messages that women just so happen to send to other women, I'm just showcasing this because there are mixed messages from the exact same content creator, and this is not the only one. There's a multitude of others directly out there, but I just want to show the amount of confusion that is being given off, the amount of incorrect information that's being given directly to younger women directly out here. Because again, like videos like this, they're not directed towards, women like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. These are directed towards women that are in their 20s and lower, right? Or, ones that are just becoming into their womanhood, right? So again, let's just watch this and it's a hell of a thing.
Hey, what what's y'all issue with women? Y'all say, oh, y'all women just want to be taken care of. Y'all gold diggers. Y'all ain't got nothing going for yourselves. Men love to give you their money. Men love to. If a man don't love to give you his money, thank you. If a man don't love to give you no money, he don't like you. Men love to give money. Like, you know how we love to give love? Men love to give money. So if you want to know if a guy like you, if he ain't giving you no money, he don't like you. Go get you another one. Y'all just did. You just said iron candy. She ain't got nothing. She don't bring nothing to the table. As a woman, when y'all dealing with these men with money, because we only talking about dealing with men with money, men with motion. When you dealing with men with money, make sure you know what you're willing to tolerate. Because a lot of y'all think that, oh, just because you got a man with money, you won. Nah, make sure you being valued. Make sure you being respected. Make sure you being treated good. Because just because a man got money don't mean he gonna treat you good. You could just be another bitch he just dealing with that's getting his money. Make sure you're being valued, ladies. A lot of y'all just take whatever because a man got money. No, baby, you're the prize. You all forget that you're the prize. Y'all have to remember, all of these men got money now. All these niggas got money. Old niggas getting money. High school niggas getting money. Everybody getting money now. At this point, a man should be getting some kind of money, some kind of motion, no matter what bracket he in. What you ladies have to remember is that you're the prize, and it's so important to have your own shit going on, however you getting it, because at the end of the day, these men can switch up. Then y'all say, oh, she too masculine, she too independent, she too this, she don't need no man, she ain't never gonna get no man. You know, I might be different, but I feel like I'm not cutting no nigga off to go be up under another nigga. Maybe because I ain't rich yet, I don't know. But I cut a nigga off to go focus on my money, to focus on my bag, because I can't do, like, I don't know, being a woman that like to get money and stay focused, I can't do the whole nigga things. I be having to date one at a time. I be wishing I could date 2, 3, or 4, so you know, but I just be focused on getting my shit together. So I can't cut a nigga off to go lay up in another nigga arms. I cut a nigga off to go get my bag up. What is y'all issue with women for simply being a woman? Like, y'all got a problem with women who can date a certain type of guy and don't have to ever work? Then y'all got a problem with women who work hard, who can go get things themselves, can be independent. I am so tired of working. Like, how am I such a baddie? I work hard, I invest in myself, I chase my dreams, I don't sell pussy, I do all of these great things. And then it's like, I'm looking at all the girls on TikTok, flying on jets, living life, luxury life, all in Dubai, living a good life, working hard, and I'm just like, you know, just trying to stick to the traditional way, chase your dreams, focus on yourself. Hell no, I want a nigga with some money too. Come take care of me. I work hard, I deserve it. I want a nigga with some money, because me doing the right thing ain't enough. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all simply hate women for being a woman. Like, it's not our fault. God made us this way. Take it up with him. It's like, when I be in my comments, y'all men be so mean to women for what? Like, y'all hate women? Y'all the ones really like the men, huh? Y'all like the men. And then y'all really be mad at the men who choose either the woman that want to be taken care of or the woman that got a lot going on. Y'all weird.
Any thoughts? The amount of temperature changes that was going on was crazy. And like I said before, this is why if people actually sit down and, look at the content, right? And instead of just in like a solo format, they look at it as it should be placed. You find that a lot of stuff is not really consistent, and there's a lot of inconsistencies there, and it's very dangerous because you go from one moment where it's like, proud to be a woman, independent, getting your own thing, to then sitting up there telling women like, yo, basically make sure to get you a man with money so you can sit up there and get that money and keep it. And then you're like, hey, a man don't really love you if he ain't giving you money. Huh? It's like, I thought you was getting your own money. I'm like, what specifically happened? Like, I'm looking at the seats of the car. Car looks nice, right? The hair looks nice. The makeup looks nice. Nails, everything is good. So, you're pretty much already taken care of. So I'm like, why would you need a dude to sit up there and shower you with gifts? Isn't he already doing something that you're already able to do? So wouldn't a guy need to bring something else, such as, actually loving you, caring about you, valuing you, respecting you, right? Treating you as a quality woman. Isn't that what a man should be, in a sense, bringing? Because you already got the money part. So he should basically be able to do something that you, in a sense, could feed directly off of. But then even with that, it then turned into something completely different. Like I said, I don't know. I don't specifically know what to tell a lot of women directly out here when they opt to listen to women with a microphone. I don't know. There's quite a bit of mixed messages directly out here, and it's good luck for a lot of women. Very, very good luck. I will hope and pray the best for you. Like I said, some of the women directly in the comment section underneath the video, which was let me see if I can roll back up to it. Yeah. So the women in the comment section dealing with this video, again, I don't know what to sit up there and tell y'all. You automatically feel that, the older guy was aggressive, as if he was really trying to enforce something or, do something negative to her. Y'all wanted to try to even bring up statistics and women, being harmed, which had nothing to do with the situation, in order, to have some type of a valid stance. Again, my main point is the video for me, looking as a black man, seeing a black woman act in this way, it looked very negative. It looked like it was feeding off of the stereotypes that have been given about black men historically, where it's like, black men, like once they see something that they like, that they're just going to sit up there and do something. They're unhinged. They're violent. They're criminal minded. They don't know any better. They have small, all of that stuff that they have historically said about black men. And seeing a black woman, in a sense, pull the white tears, I'm like, wow, you got to be kidding me right now. Because it's already, like I said before, it's enough when you have women of other nationalities doing this directly to black men. And then it's a whole nother thing when you, in a sense, see a black woman or black women on social media doing the exact same thing, knowing how negative that is, knowing what that outlook and where that can specifically go, right? And how people would even try to use that propel their arguments when they want to deem or state something negative about black men. It's like, oh, well, if you don't believe us, look what this black woman basically said about an older black man. Look at how he couldn't sit up there and do this, and he couldn't do that. Look at how it made her feel. Look at how it is that she wanted to lash out in anger and wanted to cry, but she stayed strong. And it's like, yo, it's crazy. It's completely crazy. And again, going back into what was stated before, even within the comment section, men were stating like, yo, this is why I work out at home. This is why I don't go out and try to talk to or get to know a woman, because stuff like this, again, you got a lot of dudes out here who normally would not have any qualms about trying to go up and strike up a conversation with a woman. Now it's like, nah. Like you had a woman in the comments underneath the video stating that, yo, a gym is just a gym. You shouldn't be trying to go up there and ask a woman anything. And I'm like, so we should just say that for everything, right? A guy should never ask you, try to get to know you out there in the street. He should never do this in a market. He should never do this in a library. He should never do this in a parking lot. He should never do this in front of, like, we can sit up there and carry this to a variety of places, and it's going to look very bad. Because if I'm going to be real and I'm going to apply it to where it needs to be applied, that means that the only time that a guy should be trying to talk to a woman is if he's at the club. But then even with that, it comes with stipulations. Because you'll have women that'll sit up there and say that, oh, well, if you as a guy realize that a woman had too much to drink, you should be trying to talk to her. You shouldn't be trying to ask her anything. If you as a guy know that we're in a dimly lit area, you shouldn't be trying to talk to a woman at all. If you as a guy know that a woman is by herself at a club, it's unsafe as it is, and you're a man and it's dark, you should try to talk to her when she's with her group of friends. Like, like I said, it's bad. Yo, what is up, Timmy? What is up, Timmy? You said, what's going on now? I was just simply replying to some of the comments that I had when it dealt with the video that you see directly in front that's on the channel. I had some women that, had quite a mouthful to say. They really felt a certain type of way about the older man. coming up and to directly speak. And you know, the funniest thing is I think I had a woman directly in the comment section state that even as a woman, she would ask the age of men, right? So, you know, again, she stated that if as a guy you have to ask a woman's age, you shouldn't be talking to her, trying to have a conversation. You should just look the whole other direction. And this is when I said before, like, yo, I've seen a lot of women that are in like their 30s and 40s, and they look like they're in their late 20s. Like a lot of women out here look great for their age. So it's like you just want to sit up there and check just to sit up there and make sure. But by going by her standards, you just shouldn't be asking it at all. I'm like, what? Like this is this is getting crazy. This is getting 1,000% crazy, right? Yo, we got Young in the building. What is up? What is up? My said it was off top and you didn't. That's where you get the you played yourself quote from. Right. Young said, "What's up, family?" Tippy said, "I thought she said she was independent." Yeah, exactly. And that's the whole main point of why I wanted to put those clips together directly from, you know, her page, because I'm like, the stuff that it's like you're telling women one thing, but then you're doing all of these, you're telling them all these other things. Again, it's muddled, it's mixed, nothing is consistent. And that's one of the main things that a lot of men try to tell a lot of women. Whenever it is that women try to convey something, it's a mixed message. It's like that damn near all the time. And then men have to sit up there and try to be Professor X, Bob the Builder, whatever it is, to try to figure out this equation. And then even when we figure it out, the goalpost gets moved, and then we're back to square one. It's like, why am I even trying? you know. So, you know, again, I point out these things because the one thing that I want to, oh, matter of fact, I got you. Let me point out this this video. I did have another video in the back. I forgot all about this. And this has to do with China. This fits directly into
in China nowadays. Just don't.
This goes directly right into what was already being talked about. And this is going to show the detrimental effects of where a lot of this stuff is going to lead, right? Where you have a lot of women stating, go, you know, it don't matter about the guy. Just sit up there and use him for what you can get directly out of him, and just go directly for the money, go directly for the bag, because it's all about you. It's all about you, right? So we're going to look at China, right? This video says 2023, China's birth rate is the lowest in 261 years. Youth don't want kids. So let's see the, you know, the effect of a future that could basically take place sooner rather than later in the United States if everything keeps going the way it is going between women and men.
Don't want to get married or have kids. Why is that? In this video, a guy says,
"Why should I get married? It'll just make me poor. Like most people born in the 90s, I don't want to get married, have kids, buy a house or a car. I just want to live a life free from all these burdens. You just asked me why I don't have a girlfriend, right? Why should I get married and have kids? It'll just leave me broke, won't it? Don't you know that many people born in the 90s are living without these 4 major burdens? No wife, no kids, no house, and no car. So why shouldn't I enjoy spending my savings slowly?"
Here in this video, a student is asked, do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Do you want one?
No.
Why not?
Because it's a waste of time and energy.
But wouldn't it be nice to have a girlfriend to have fun with?
No, it wouldn't be. If I don't have kids, I don't have vulnerabilities, and my life will be at least 80 to 90% less.
So we were able to hear that, right? You had different age ranges basically saying like, nah, I'm not trying to sit up there and have a girlfriend. They even asked a young boy, it was like, yo, you got a girlfriend? No. Why not? Because no. It's like all of these men were basically being consistent, and a little boy. Everybody was being consistent and basically saying like, yo, there's no benefit for me as a guy getting married. There's no benefit. Everything is pretty much that I'm going to lose at the end of the day, right? And you can look at the divorce statistics. Again, 80%, 70 to 80% of the time that divorces are initiated, it is by way of women. It's not by way of men. Men aren't the ones trying to give up on divorce no matter what happens in a marriage. Men are not the ones trying to sit up there and go run out there and file for divorce, right? Last time I checked, Jeff Bezos, whatever took place in their marriage or whatnot, the woman became a billionaire overnight, literally overnight, just off of that. There are so many women that will stay with a dude for a few years and then they'll hurry up and run to the divorce and they'll be asking for so much money. So they'll get that money on top of getting alimony. And then it gets even worse when there's even kids involved. So the woman literally got paid 3 times. She don't got to work no more for the rest of her life. Then on top of that, again, she's going to be with a whole nother guy that's going to be giving her money and taking care of this and taking care of that, even though she got everything that she could ever desire. And she's still getting more money both ways. So, again, like I said before, this is potentially where the population can be headed in the United States very easily. Like I said, in Asian countries, it's looking bleak. It's looking very horrible. You are not having dudes over there that's really trying to get married. They are not, because it's like, yo, we can look at what's happening to men over there in America. It's bad. They're losing every time. Even if they decide, like, hey, this is the woman of my life, I picked the right one, the woman will be like, 5 to 10 years later, no, this wasn't it. Let me get that pension. Let me get that Social Security. Let me get that the IRA. Let me get whatever stock options. Let me get whatever other money that you got invested. Let me get the house. Let me get the car. Let me get the dog. I'm taking the kids as well too. You better hope that you don't got no inheritance, because I might take a piece of it. Like, it's curtains. So like I said, I cannot blame these dudes in other countries for feeling the way that they basically feel about marriage. And again, they're not even going through what we're facing in Western society, what we're facing in America, right? These guys are not facing the types of comments that you're able to see in some of the videos that I was able to show. They're not even dealing with that. Because over there, if I'm correct, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but last time I checked, in China, there are more men than women. And that's because of, the different things that they have had, set up and whatnot. But yeah, it's looking bad. It's looking bad. Mai said she should not be looking at what people on the internet are doing. LOL, social media is smoke and mirrors. It's bars. J Love says schizophrenic. Yeah. Mai said, I think the finesse is gone. As for talking to women, it's simple. At the gym, send her some water and leave. Make a pattern, then roll up with the water in person. Give her your number and walk off. I'll say this, right? Because this one, that was actually like pretty funny. The toughest part about this is that I've learned, and again, I'm just looking at the messages that women are sending directly on social media, right? Because a lot of women out here will state when they have these podcasts or these YouTube channels that they speak for all women, or they speak for the greater majority of women, right? So as a man, I'm going to sit up there and listen, because a lot of women claim that men don't listen. No matter what we do, we don't listen. Even when we listen to women, we're still not listening, right? And the main thing that I know is that no matter how you decide, like for me, right? I could sit up there and decide to go to the gym, and I could see a woman that I deem to be attractive, right? I got two choices. I could decide to go up there and talk to her, or I could just decide to sit up there and mind my business. Now, within me doing both of those things, I still did the wrong thing, right? Because number one, people would be like, well, you're objectifying that woman. You're thinking that she's this and that. You're thinking that she actually wants you, yada, yada, or that she will actually entertain you, right? And then if I decide to just mind my business, it's like, oh, why are you, looking at that woman, over there at the corner? Or she might have had a camera set up and she might have spotted me looking at her for like 2 to 3 seconds. Guess what? I'm getting blasted directly on TikTok and everything is over. I'm now a scumbag. So, it's a very tough thing. Even when guys do a nice gesture, such as trying to hold the door or whatnot, it'll still be deemed as like, oh, you're just trying to, talk to this woman or whatnot or whatever, and all this. Like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I respect, what it is that you're stating. As a guy, it's just like, it just feels like your hands and your feet are tied and people still expect you to be able to walk and, fix puzzles. Like it's like, how am I doing that when I'm binded? You know, it's something. It is really, really something. It's really, really something. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Vince said, not going to lie, I agree with them. Mo said, are they saying they don't want a relationship or vagina? Um, it's more so the aspect of a relationship, marriage. I'm pretty sure if the choice was like, hey, without a relationship or anything that's going to be detrimental, a woman would be interested in sleep. I'm pretty sure they would sit up there and, take that. But knowing the fact that men do invest a lot and try so many different ways in order to court women just to inevitably lose. It's like it ain't worth it. That's what it seems like it comes down to. Like guys are trying to like just really quantify what they can actually get that's a positive directly out of it, right? Because you can list the positive things that women get from dating a guy or having a guy court them. They get free meals. They get, going to these lavish restaurants. They get to get taken on trips, yachts. They get, free money. They get bills paid. They get their nails done. They get to go to spas. They get their hair and their makeup done. They get to, like I said, it's infinite what women can basically get. On top of the fact that they can also potentially get somebody that loves them, care about them, that will be very, nurturing, very empathetic and sympathetic, right? All those emotional needs and whatnot being met as well. So again, when I look at this, just from that perspective, women gain a lot, not even just from the, having a husband or a fiance, but just from the dating, the courting aspect of a guy trying to get their attention and keep their attention. Women are winning. Again, it's straight losses for guys. Like there are umpteen guys right now trying to court the same woman. Because you got one woman that got a roster of 10 guys. All of those guys are literally spending money on that woman, trying to take her out to like dinner and whatnot or whatever. Right? And those guys don't got nothing to show for it. They're not getting nothing back in return at all. They're just giving, and that's it. And I'm like, it should be a symbiotic, type of relationship where if somebody is, giving to the person and that person is then receiving, then that receiving person should be giving back to that other person that's giving to them. It should be that circle. But we all know that's not realistically, how it works. And even the one woman that I highlighted where she was given the mixed signals, she was like, yeah, I'm not going to sit up there and drop a dude just to be in the arms of, another guy. If anything, I want to drop a guy just, to go out here and chase this bag. But then in the same breath, she was like, I'm tired of sitting up here being independent. I'm tired of sitting up there chasing this bag. I deserve to sit up there and be taken care and be in love too. I deserve to sit up there and be pampered. I'm sitting up there looking at all of these. Now, no, this woman, let me go back to this video here, right?
For women, y'all say, oh,
this woman obviously is successful, right? She has, and this is what men talk about all the time. You have a lot of women that are independent, that are successful, that have all of this money, they got all of their businesses, but then they'll get online crying about how it is that they don't got the other things that women got. It don't make no sense. You said that you were fine with being independent, being single. You were fine going out there and just chasing the bag. You ain't worried about no guys. It's all about the bag, all about the bag, all about the bag. But then when you go on social media, now you're living through the life or the point of view of other women who you view their perception of life as happy. Oh, they're taking trips with their guy. They're getting engaged. They're married. They're buying their first house. They're buying their first car. They're sitting up there having their first child. You're living through somebody else's perceived happiness versus actually going out there and chasing or getting your own. Like I said, a lot of women value money. They're doing the same things that guys do, right? Guys do it because we have to, right? In order to become a man, you have to sit up there and get out there on your own feet. You got to stabilize yourself. You got to build you a foundation that you're not going to falter on. And you're going to build upon that foundation, right? And with a lot of those accolades and a lot of those achievements, you can then show that off to prospective women that may be interested directly in you or who you are trying to court, right? That is how a guy, in a sense, lets a woman know, like, hey, I can support myself. This is how much money I'm able to make. These are the jobs that I've basically had. These are, the houses or the different things I've invested in to basically show some type of maturity, some type of stability, to show a historical chart of how they have grown, right? And how they continue to grow. When it deals with women doing this, it's not the same thing. This is not anything to like show off to a guy. A guy doesn't care about a woman's money. You can be a billionaire. A guy's not going to sit up there and care. He'll still sit up there and leave. You'll have that rare few that might be hobosexuals, right? Where they'll sit up there and be siphoning directly off of that woman because they're not man enough to get up and start doing it themselves. But the overall majority of men, they're going to get it by themselves. Even if they're out there on the street, they're still going to sit up there and figure out and find out a way to sit up there and get some type of money. They're still not going to really try to depend on a woman to facilitate their needs, their life, or their shelter, or whatnot, or whatever. But like I said before, it's a whole different thing. But you have a lot of women out here trying to make it seem like, no, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. No, it's not. What men value in women is different from what women value in men. It's two completely different things. It was never the same. But now, because the waters have been muddied and women have been made to think that they are the same as men and can do the exact same things, this is where we are. You have a woman basically on social media fighting with herself in her own content. She's independent at one point, and now she doesn't want to be independent. She's getting a bag at one point. Now she's talking about, I got the bag, but I ain't trying to spend my own money. I want somebody else to spend money on me so I could just relax, so I could be in my femininity and all this other type of stuff. But she just sat up there and talked about how it is that men find or state that certain women out here are acting, masculine. Again, you can't make none of this stuff up. Can't make none of this stuff up. Like I said, it's crazy out here. Vincent said, outside of sex, I don't see the benefit. It's probably better to get a escort if I just want sex to keep it a brick. I mean, that those are alternatives, for people directly out there. If that's in a sense what they seek, that that is that is there. Ali said, I wish a guy would talk to me. I would say, Ali, it just depends on the area that you're in. That's the main thing that I've stated to other women as well. Some women will sit up there and state that they're in like one area and they'll be like, yo, men out here are they men out here are shit, and they don't really care about relationships, this is that and the third and whatnot. And I simply state to people, it's like, yo, maybe you should just look outside of that town, right? Look in another city that is close by, and see the prospects out there, see what can potentially happen. Because there are guys out here that want relationships. There are guys out here that just as well as they want to be loved, they want to be able to give love to another woman, and not just by way of monetary, not just by way of just money and all this other type of stuff. Like, they genuinely want to formulate that bond and that relationship, with a woman. So the same thing I would tell guys. You just got to sit up to move around. You got to keep looking, because somebody is out there. My said, I will say as a woman, intrigue makes us interested, at least me anyways. But at the gym, you have to be mindful of headphones, focus, and superset people. Wait, superset? I'm not sure what that is. And holding a door is just etiquette we lost. I will say this, as a guy, right? You've been here for a while. I think you might have even came up every now and again in the earlier parts of the channel for the live streams. And, the one thing I stated to y'all before is that, my mom raised, I was raised in my family to be a gentleman, right? Open doors and all this other type of stuff, umbrella, yada, 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 right? The moment in time, as I got older, and I was doing the same things, like when I was younger, women and whatnot, even girls my age, when I would hold open the door, they'd be like, oh, thank you, that's so nice. And it would be that type of stuff that would happen. And again, I'm not trying to get at them or anything like that, but it's dope to have people just like recognize that one thing and just send a little bit of something back, right? That's all men want, a little bit of something back, just a little thank you, all that other type of stuff. So now, as the adult that I am at this moment in time, when as a guy you decide to just hold the door, there was no type of acknowledgement. There's literally nothing. I'm like, why? It's like, hold on. I was raised to basically, do this, and usually things will be reciprocated. And it's like now as I get older, it's like I'm doing this, and it's just like you're just straight ignored. It's like the women out here treated as if you're just automatically supposed to do it. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm like, we ain't doing that. I'm like, I don't even hold doors no more. I'm like, yo, cause I'm slim. I'm like, yo, I open the door for how much I need to just go through, and I let that bad boy close right behind me. I'm like, I ain't doing that no more. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. Because like I've had one far too many times where I've literally opened the door from a woman, and then she done looked at me with like some type of like hateful eyes or something. I'm like, yo, I didn't do nothing to you, ma'am. I'm just trying to be nice and hold the door open because I realize that you're carrying a lot of stuff. And I'm like, yo, I'm done. I'm like, you got it. You got it. I'm out. I bow out gracefully. I shall not hold any more doors for no random women out here. I only hold it open for women that I know, and I hold it open for women in my family. That is it. I don't pick up phones. I don't pick up dropped items. You good. It's you good. Even if you got like a kid in a stroller, I'm not even doing that no more. The last time I actually opened the door for somebody that had like a kid was a dude. I saw a dude with a stroller, and I realized that the door was kind of heavy, and he was, trying to do the balance act. I'm like, I got you. Let me sit up there. I see you already coming. Let me hold the door open for you. Right? That was a father doing his business. I'm like, I got you. I respect you being the father that you are, being out here with your kids. I got you. No problem. But yeah, I'm done with that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I do not do that. And I get when some people told me before, it's like, yo, you shouldn't allow, certain women to basically, curve who it is. Nah, like I said, I'm reserving my energy for those who for those who deserve it. I'm not going to sit up there and bless people with kindness who don't deserve. Like that makes no, for me, that's a waste of energy. I've wasted far too much energy freely on people who don't deserve it. I'm about to be as selfish as possible with that. I'm not doing that no more. I am not. I mean that I'm not doing that no more. I'm good. I am so good. So it's not like it's not the fact that we lost it. You have a lot of women out here who have killed that for a lot of other women. And that's the main thing that I tried to express to a lot of women for years. I'm like, yo, you got the few that's going to mess it up for the many, and the few women out here have messed it up for the many. And like I said, I am not the only guy that is like this. I can sit up there and watch and sit up there and see. Like I said, when I was younger, dudes, even some of the dudes that we would consider like the most ignorant guys, they would hold open the doors for girls. Again, not even trying to get at them, not even trying to. It just was like they would just hold open that door. Even certain times that I would hold open doors, other younger dudes would see me and be like, yo, let me sit up there and hold open that other door for the women coming through, for the girls coming through. Right? That's how infectious like that actually used to be. And now I'm at a time where I can sit up there and see that's not the case no more. You can barely sit up there and find that. And again, it's not because guys don't want to do it. It's because a lot of women out here, the few, the many, the bold, have, killed, in a sense, that part. And guys are like, yeah, I don't see no use in me doing this no more. It ain't worth nothing. Right? Let me see what we got. What we got up top. J Love said, or show no interest and you're gay. No, I don't like you, man. Yeah. And the funny part is I didn't even touch on that aspect when she said that at the very end. And that's the main thing that I touched on several live streams, where if a guy, in a sense, does something that a woman doesn't like, he's deemed as being gay. If a guy that they find attractive is not attracted in them, he's gay. If a guy is critiquing that woman or a woman, he's gay. And I'm like, how do we get here? I'm like, again, you got gay best friends and everything like that, and it's a positive thing, right? But then when you want to try to emasculate and you want to try to get at a man, you want to use that, turn around and try to use it as a negative. And I'm like, how is it possible that really, like, nobody's really calling this type of stuff out? And it's allowed to take place on social media. It's allowed. And I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, how is, like, what? And then it's like, and this is still a thing. Like, why? I remember when I was younger, this was something that girls were sitting up there saying. And to be the age that I'm at now, hearing grown women say that, I'm like, where are we at right now? Like, are we back in middle school? Like, what's happening? I thought like people were supposed to mature over time. I thought people were supposed to, actually learn but I guess obviously not. I guess obviously not. So, like I said, J Love, it is what it is directly out here. That's how it tends to work. Jacob said, to be honest, 99% of these women molded by society ain't worth it. Their value is just physical. My said Vincent is correct. 22 Ronan, what is up? What is up? What is up? Said people don't know what they want. That is facts. That is facts. I also touched on that in the previous live stream from yesterday as well. My said supersets are hardcore people who cross train. Okay. I got you. Yeah, because I'm not, really in that world. Yeah, I was like, wait, supersets. I'm like, wait, what is that? I was trying to figure that out. I was really trying to figure that out. Vincent said, when I'm in the gym, it's about the gains. I may notice an attractive woman, but I just see her and say, oh, she's pretty, and go back to my lifting. Yeah, see, I learned lessons. Like, I would just try to find like a dark corner somewhere, and I would just be on like a treadmill or something. Like, I would not be like, this is how I am. Like, it's going to sound crazy to a lot of people. Like, I'm at the point where, a lot of women basically say that they are, uncomfortable with being in like the same room, right? Or whatnot or whatever. It's like, if I'm in a room, by myself, or I'm on like a treadmill in a sense by myself, and I happen to see like a woman like get on like the next treadmill, I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to just move somewhere else. I'm like, nope. Because I'm like, I feel like it's a trap. I feel like something is there. There got to be a candid camera that somebody's going to be trying to, catch something. It's going to be something that's going to happen, and it's not going to be anything positive. Like I said, like I said, hey, glory to the winner, to those guys out there that are confident and don't care about whatever. Hey, more power to you. I am not that guy. I am not that guy. I'm sorry. I'm good. I can't do it. Even a look, I feel like, somebody might be watching me, watching them. I'm like, nope. I feel like I'm going to be on Twitter or TikTok in a few months. Nope, can't do it. let me move around real quick. Let me just move around. My said people aren't raised with etiquette on both sides now. It's sad. Yeah. Yo, Ren, what is up? What is up? Said embrace the villainy. Yeah. One of the main things I told people before, you live long enough to see yourself die the hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. It is what it is. And every single time I look around, men are considered to be the villain on social media. Men cannot do anything right. And it's like, hey, oh, well, might as well just, feed directly into that need, because people need you to be something in life. Might as well be what it is they need and see, J Love laughing. Jacob said, bet if I ain't an elder or I'm spiritually pressed to hold doors and pick up things for females concerning chivalry, Dave said, bitches killed it. Bars. Mahoko, what is up? What is up? Good afternoon to you as well. Young said, facts. Vincent Taylor said, and you knew who was there to work out and who is looking for attention. Yeah. Like, the funny part is, it used to be an actual time before all this social media stuff where women were actually hyped when a guy wanted to talk to them at the gym. Because remember, a lot of women, they are not really as secure with their bodies. They're working on themselves as well. And, you'll have guys at the gym like, hey, I've been here at the gym. I've seen you come for a few days. And, I've seen, the strides that, you've made. You're doing, very good work. Like, guys will start, conversations, like that. Now, if a guy today in 2024 said, I've been here, I've seen you, here and there at the gym, they'll be like, you're stalking me, you're watching me, you're a creep, you're there. Like, that's like, notice the difference now. Before, you could actually say those things and strike up a conversation about, working out and stuff like that. You can't do that now. Because you'll have too many women online, like, why are you sitting up there watching her? Shouldn't you be focused on what it is that this is what I'm talking about men sitting up there watching and being creeps. This is why I make sure to carry. This is why I always look over my shoulder. This is why we need women's, like, it'll devolve into this whole thing about magically a random story about some violence happening somewhere to some woman and statistics and all this other type of stuff. When again, the conversation had nothing to do with that. It was just a guy admiring the fact that, this is a beautiful woman. He sees, that she's working on herself, which is a positive, which takes a lot. And on top of that, again, women are wearing workout clothes. So the clothes are form fitting. So you're going to see either perfections, imperfections, both, or whatnot, or what have you. And again, a guy is coming up talking to a woman when she might not be feeling at her best. Right. So that gives a lot of confidence to a woman. That speaks a lot directly to a woman, right? When you're bare and a guy is basically wanting to talk to you, that does say a lot, right? He's not superficial. He's all these other I don't know. Vince said, not giving a F is a superpower that most people have forgotten. I mean, that is true. I don't care to a certain extent. With women, I care because, again, if a woman decides, I've seen too many dudes who didn't do anything. Again, going by the stories that I've posted before, where guys have spent, I'm just going to list the extreme cases, where women have lied on guys stating that they did something that they didn't do. And they spent 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, 60, 70 years in prison. And for them to sit up there and come out basically into a brand new world and not get an apology, or they not getting the justice that they deserve, because if they had to do 70 years for a lie that never happened, then those women should be doing 70 years as well. So, I don't know. I guess it has to do with trying to preserve oneself and trying to make sure that certain things don't take place. Like, this is why I made sure myself, I don't really talk to women who drink, because I don't got time. Like, somebody can already lie and say certain things, but it'll be heightened if a person is drinking, because they're going to cross certain things, and certain things is going to seem like something when realistically it's not. And then again, it's also dangerous dealing with that before, because people basically state that a woman who is who've had even one drink cannot basically consent to anything, right? Even if she is the one pushing upon you, right? Trying to, kiss you, trying to touch you and all these things. They'll say that she's not consenting to anything. So, like I said, I can only just follow by how it is that I look at a lot of things out here, and also by the things that women in my family have specifically taught me as well, when it deals with women, right? So, but like I said, I get what it is that you're saying, and that is truly correct. Superpower is really not caring. When it deals with social media and people realistically saying stuff, that's where that, in a sense, comes up, because again, it's social media. It's like, that's whatnot or whatever. But when it deals with, like, in a sense, real life stuff, that's a little bit different. It's a little bit different when it deals with certain, circumstances. A little bit different. But again, I get what you're saying. I don't disagree. Pink said, in the gym I work, the males consistently peek in to see if my class is over. When I tell them that it's over, they're still hesitant to come in. Yeah, like it's tough. And that's the main thing that, again, I'm not trying to, in a sense, give off the perception as if, like, I'm some type of, like, scaredy cat when it deals with, like, women or being around women in public or whatnot. Because that's not the thing. I still move and go out, grocery shop, whatever. Right. But it's just the thing, like, as a guy, you just don't know. You don't know if that woman could be having a bad day. You don't know what could be going on with that woman. You don't know if you just being, next to a woman might just, like, set her off, right? Might give her PTSD from whatever took place. So it's like, yo, it's, I don't know. It's like the world was not, in a sense, like this. Well, better yet, let me put it into a better perspective, right? I'm not going to say the world. I'm not going to say the world. When it deals with America, it really, in a sense, wasn't like this, right? It wasn't like this because, and this is the importance when people happen to say like people need to get out more, people need to travel, because when you actually leave home, right? If you're a guy, and let's say like you travel, let's say to an Asian country, you travel to a South American country, you travel to an African country, you're not going to feel as though that, yo, something is a setup, something is going to happen, you can't trust this. It's not going to feel like that. He only realistically here in America and maybe a few other places do you really feel as though that it's like you can't, in a sense, move. You can't, in a sense, just, you know, be a guy. Like, yo, let me just open the door for you. Let me say, you know, hi, hello. Let me, you know, try to strike up a conversation. You know, like I said, I told y'all stories before where I was just walking to work at night and there were women on the streets and I would have to play music very loudly because I've had instances where I'm walking and women would hear me walking, but then as soon as I'm about to pass them, oh my God, I didn't know you were there. Like it would be, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, yo, where the police at? It's like it's over. Let me just put my hands up. Let me just put my hands up. Oh my God. It's like, yo, that type of stuff. Like if as a guy, let me just, you know, put it to people like this. If as a guy you've ever had the instance where a woman has had the whole motion of like, I'm about to clutch my pearls and be frightened, that like more than the police actually stopping me when like just in general, that right there, I'm just like, yo, the FBI, the CIA about to show up, like, yo, I'm about to be Swiss cheese. It's over. It is curtains. So that's why I told y'all before when I started walking that I would normally play loud music. I would make sure to have phone conversations so that the women can hear me as I'm walking, right? And I even got to the further extent where I'm just walking in the street. I don't even care what's happening with traffic. I would rather get hit by a car than having to sit up there and potentially have a woman talking about, oh my God, you scared. I'm good. Bring on the cars. I will sit up there and be playing Frogger all day. Ah, man. Oh my God, yo, the stuff that I have literally witnessed. Oh my Lord. Man, it's tough out here. Let me tell you. Shout out to the guys. Shout out to the guys. It is very tough. Shout out to the young men out here too. Cause yeah. Yeah. it is something directly out here. So again, I'm just, you know, putting those examples out there to try to get a frame of reference as to why it is that I say certain things that I state when it deals with, you know, certain situations. Because again, for me, I am about, you know, people being safe, but I am also about, you know, men being safe as well, because you don't know what could potentially happen. Anybody can lie on you at any given point in time and say that, yo, you did this or you made me afraid. As soon as a woman decides to put that out there on social media, it is over. It's nothing that you can say. It is nothing that you can do to, you know, in a sense, you know, pull that back, right? To, I don't know how else to, you know, sit up there and, you know, and to really put it. But yeah, but like Pink said, it's like, yo, dudes are even if she says like, yo, the whole thing is over, they're still trying to be, you know, cautious because they don't want anybody to try to insinuate or potentially say anything that, you know, they did something wrong, they were looking a little bit too hard, they were acting, you know, suspicious and, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy directly out here. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But again, how are you guys doing? How's everybody you know, doing at this moment in time? How y'all lives going? How family going? You know? Cause, you know, normally I come up on these live streams and I'm just sitting up here you know, running my mouth. So, I like to check in on y'all, see how y'all doing. It's only a few of us here. So, if you would like to happen to speak and say something, you can, more than likely do that if, you would like to. Wait, what was? Oh, that was the video that I was going to do a little bit later. I did put up the video about Chris Evans, but that's a solo video. So, Hack said, getting ready for a workout in about 30 minutes. Okay. I see you out here in these streets. See you out here. I gotta get like y'all. I gotta start working out, man. Gotta start lifting weights. Gotta start getting stronger like everybody else. Cause everybody else talking about hitting the gym now. Getting gym memberships. One of these days when I grow up, I'll be like you guys, But yeah. That was pretty much it. Again, I do have some videos directly up there. Let me see. That actually shrank the other screens that I had directly up there. Let me see what we got going. If I look at YouTube real quick, let me just try to check something out. I actually got to refresh this page. Close out some of these things here. But again, how for some of y'all that might have seen the video, how do y'all feel about the whole thing going on with Chris Evans? It might have been a short little, blurb that took place. But how do you feel about a company being able to make a mistake such as that, where they can list, a significant other being an age that they're not? Like, let me know, how you guys feel about that. Because for me, I felt that was pretty weird for them to, be able to do, or in a sense, want to do. And again, those are things that can be very, very detrimental, to guys as well. So we had about 56 people, I think, hit up the live stream. Let me check real quick. Shout out to the people who came through to the live stream, or who are currently here at this moment in time, because YouTube doesn't show consistent numbers, which is a little bit weird. You said, wait, what the heck say? I'm about 30 minutes out. Mo said, how can you improve a 155-pound frame? Hell if I know. I have not. I mean, for me, I think because I'm close to that weight, I would say just calisthenics. Because I watched a lot of videos on calisthenics, and the shape that guys are actually in from doing that, I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, I need to sit up there and start getting on some bars or something. I'm like, yo, dudes looking like superheroes out here. I'm like, yeah, I need to get in that type of shape. I need to do that. It's like, that's the only thing that I can think of. Pink said that's very dangerous. Oh, you're talking about the previous conversation. Yeah. Vince said, because I work 2 jobs, I have to squeeze in an hour for lifting before I head out to the second job. Oh, okay, I got you. Hack said, I only heard about gym stories and that narcissistic woman. Let me see if I can get the picture. I gotta actually pull OBS back up because it went down. So the image that I'm gonna put up here has to do with Chris Evans, aka Captain America, right? So this is what that looks like. Let me go back to stream and let me put that up there, right? So this is Chris Evans, and this is his wife. They said, and again, those are the pictures, right? And the picture to the left, they said the newlyweds are here. Captain America, Chris Evans, right? Or Ivans, with his 16-year-old wife. How do you do that? Knowing where society is and how it is that people will just fly off the handle directly with a little bit of information and a title, right? So then they came back and tried to change it. They was like, yeah, the newlyweds are here. Captain America and his wife didn't decide to put Chris Evans, because they spelled it wrong. It was like, and his wife, 16 years younger than him, appears sweetly after. Why even have 16 anywhere in the conversation? Why do that? Why do that? And then you had women online flying off directly with that whole thing. And I'm like, this is so weird. Because to literally see women try to make this 26-year-old woman into a child is completely crazy. They're like, yo, why would this? I'm tired of older guys, going after these younger women. What? Is she not 26? She's not that far from 30. Like, what are we doing out here? How are you trying to make it seem like she's 18 or 17? Like like what? Like, yo, like I said, yo, the few women out here are going to mess it up for the rest. This is also why I gave the stats on why it is that younger women like older guys. There are stats completely out there. There are magazines such as Cosmopolitan, Essence, or whatever women happen to read that have gone over this for decades. But now all of a sudden, if an older guy is with a younger woman, oh, he's a pred. He's this. He coerced her in order to get into this relationship. He was probably watching her for, and I'm like, yo, this is so crazy. It is it is completely crazy directly out here. Completely crazy. Let me see. Hack said the reason I'm trying is I'm going to do another Mount Fuji run this August. Okay, brother. Okay, I see you. Okay. All right. The man going out there, man, about to be climbing the Japanese Mount Everest. That man about to be out there. About to put a flag up there and everything. Mo said, LOL, I'm saying going to the gym won't help you. Wow, that's crazy. Damn, that's cold blooded, brother. That's cold blooded. Well, the funny thing is, the way I look at it is, I was put on this earth for speed. I was never here for power. So this is why one of my favorite superheroes is the Flash. So while you got a lot of guys out here that are built for power, when it deals with having to actually run, don't be really working out, because that muscle requires a lot of energy, and people are going to be tiring out, because I have not seen a guy who is muscle bound, 200 pounds solid muscle, 250 solid muscle, running a marathon, sitting up there doing the runs in the Olympics with the Kenyans. You normally see people who are thin, who are pretty lean. So I'm good with that. I'm good. I'm fine with doing that. I can just in a sense get lean and have body wise be looking like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Teen Gohan. I'm fine with that. It's all good. This man trying to get on me real quick. That's crazy. That man Mo trying to do me like that. That's cold blooded, brother. It's cold blooded. It's cold blooded. So we got that, right? So the one video that I do have coming up, it's only 18 of us here. It'll probably drop down to 15, but it's only a few of us here at this moment in time. So I do want to happen to highlight this one video. Should I even do it? Should I even do it? Let me just contemplate this real quick. Should I do it? Yes. So this video here, and again, this is going back into the whole thing of critiquing, right? And basically talking about the fact that certain images out here are detrimental to the image of what a Black woman is and what is supposed to be what is supposed to represent a Black woman. So I think I might have to mute the video. I'm not sure, but we will see. Let me see if I can find it real quick before I do it. Yeah, I'll just do it like that. Yeah. Yeah, so again, we got Sukihana and we got the whole hood directly out here. We got people twerking on roofs or roofs. We just got all of this madness all of this foolishness directly out here. And again, this is not a good look at all. Again, some people are going to sit up there and say, but oh, what about the men? It's not a good look for them at all either. But at the end of the day, those men that are there, women there are going to deem those guys attractive. They're going to pay attention and listen to those, certain types of guys, or the guys that are actually, around. All I'm sitting up there stating is this: for anybody that normally likes to disagree, the imagery that we always see of black women putting themselves directly out there in this type of manner is not great. It is not a financial gain. It is not any type of positive flex. It's not seething femininity or anything like that. Right. And again, a lot of men from other nationalities, from other cultures around the world, when they search up black women, these are the images that they see. They see the ratchetness. They see women bending over. They see black women sexualizing and hypersexualizing themselves. They see women touching on and rubbing on other women and dancing on. Like, this is what they feel that they're going to get from a black woman as soon as they get into contact with a black woman, if they're in Europe, Australia, the UK, Canada, South America, Asian countries, wherever black women decide to go. Those men are automatically imagining this sight as what is representative of what black women are, right? And all I'm saying is that this is not a great thing. It's not beneficial, and it's not a good look, right? So, any comments, any concerns? Anybody would like to just state anything if they would like? Just let me know. We got a good, probably 15 here at this moment in time. I'm not even sure if everything is even showing on time either, because it's a little bit weird at times. How many we got? Second channel, we got 21 likes, 9 concurrent viewers. Again, much love, respect, and appreciation. And shout out to those who are currently viewing. And shout out to those who have actually subscribed to the SEIJI Zone as well. Much love, respect, and appreciation to you and yours. Much love, much love. Let me see. We're going to check the other side real quick and see how we are looking. We got 12 current viewers, 17 I guess views that they're saying all together. So again, shout out to those who are viewing the live stream on the other channel as well. Shout out. Oh, that's crazy. Hold on, wait. So Maya actually wrote something on the other channel, but it's not coming through, which is weird. Huh. I wonder why that comment didn't show up. So that also lets me know something too, because I'm using this program in order to see all the comments that you guys happen to leave, and I've noticed that it might not post you guys' comments, which that's a little bit concerning. It's a little bit, yeah, because Maya actually says something. Huh. Okay. But anyways, I guess we're going to, in a sense, let that be that. And, I'm going to let y'all pretty much have at it. So again, much love, respect, and appreciation to any and everybody who has been a part of the
Why
live
should I
stream.
get married and have
Who decided to, state any comments, their feelings and their concerns. Shout out to anybody that's, actually watching. Gonna go through real quick. Mo said you can't apply logic to what's illogical. That's facts. So let me just go back up real quick. So shout out to Ty, Jacob, Mai, Vince, J Love, Pink, Ollie, Hack. Who else we got up in here? Tippy. I think Tippy probably fell asleep. Who else we got? 22 Ronan, Ren, Mahoko Yun, and I think and Pink. I'm just gonna say that again, just in case I might have, missed you up top. So again, much love, respect, and appreciation to any and all that have been here. Brother is about to go decide to make some food. So I will catch you guys on the next live stream, which should be live stream 77. Peace out.